Yes, it's true. I have watched the very first episode of Netflix's Avatar The Last Airbender, the live-action adaptation of the original animated classic, and I gotta tell you, I have a couple thoughts. What's going on, you guys? James here with another real sort of reaction and not really a review because I cannot actually review or react to this series until Thursday, but I can give you a social first impression for episode 1, which is titled Aang. Yes, guys, Thursday is the release of all 8 episodes on Netflix for Avatar The Last Airbender, and yes, it's true, I am going to be covering it here on the channel, and I'm dropping every single episode reaction, so you're going to want to get subscribed, like this video so you kind of get this in your algorithm, and let me know in the comments below what you think of my first impressions, if this makes you hot or cold on this series as we get closer to Thursday. So this episode was just over 60 minutes if I'm not mistaken, and I will tell you guys, there are some things that I love and there are some things that I don't love. Now, I can't get into any specifics, of course, but let me talk about just a couple of the things I loved first. The bending VFX work is incredible, okay? It looked good in the trailer, and it almost looks even better in the final product. I mean, the water bending, the fire bending, the earth bending, it looks so darn good, and that was all on display within the first 10-20 minutes. So you're definitely getting a heavy dosage of water bending and all of your favorite bending in episode 1. I also really thought the costuming, again, looked the part. I mean, everyone just felt so immersed in this universe, and I loved it as a viewer and as a fan. So yeah, the costuming, the makeup work, I love the VFX with the bending. That's all very, very good. And I will say, the fight choreography, oh man, it's definitely better than I thought it was going to be. To be completely honest with you, I was a little nervous about it, but my nerves really washed away after watching episode 1. And if you're wondering about the acting, again, I can't get into many specifics, but I can tell you there were some standouts. Of course, you got Sokka, standout, of course. Ousley does a great job. Dallas Liu as Prince Zuko, I mean, wow. Wow, you guys. He's so darn good and has the widest range of emotions. And Paul Sun-Hyung Lee, who plays Uncle Iroh, does such an incredible job. And what's really cool is that you can kind of tell his Iroh voice. He's not going for the accent. He already said that. But, oh my goodness, it works. He feels like a very strong uncle who's also very soft at the core. And that is hopefully what he was aiming for, because if he didn't, I mean, listen, you succeeded anyway, Paul. So, yeah, he did a very good job as Uncle Iroh. Now, there are some things on the opposite side of the fence that I definitely didn't love about episode 1. I'm a little nervous, honestly, when it comes to our leads here, and I'm not talking about Dallas or Ian or even Paul, but I am worried about Katara and Aang. Now, again, I can't get into any sort of review topics, but I will say that they gave a very weak performance, but also the writing was a little stilted, so it's a little bit of both, right? The dialogue feels a little forced, so I'm not loving that aspect of episode 1, and, well, they do sort of rush from point to point pretty quickly. So yeah, there's a lot of things in episode 1 that I liked, and there were some things that I didn't like, but they were major things that is actually making me a little bit nervous for the rest of season 1. But if this is the weakest episode, right, of the season, I'm happy because it's only up from here. So again, it's not an awful first episode, and it hits the ground running, but there are some elements, again, that are making me very much reserved, more than ever before, for the rest of season 1. So will I enjoy episode 2? Well, you can find out right here on the channel come Thursday, because on Thursday I'm dropping my reactions to episodes 1 and 2, and then for the rest of the weekend you're getting my reactions back to back to back to back, because I'm going hard in the paint and the editing room, because I cannot wait to sit down and watch season 1 with you. So if you don't want to miss out, hit the big red button below, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and go ahead and comment down below. Let me know, what do you think of my thoughts? And I want to hear your thoughts now that you've got a little taste of episode 1. Another thing I do want to add, Appa's amazing. That's all I'll say, and I'll get more into that when you watch my reaction to episode 1. Alrighty, y'all. Well, I gotta go hustle and get right into the editing bay. Can't wait to produce all this content for you. Can't wait for you guys to be in the comments, and I'll be chatting with you guys all about Avatar this week. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you at the next screening. But don't get too discouraged, okay? No crying, please.